Alrighty, I think we're live now. Hope everybody had a good weekend. It's Monday, May 17th, I believe. But thanks for joining us if you're watching now or later. Just kind of doing my normal setup. I do have a different camera angle, well, not angle, but put a different lens on. There's a little curve to it, but it's a wide angle lens. I'm hoping now that I've got, a good 2 feet here wide compared to before. I think that's the furthest out I can get right now on it, but I figured we'd give it a try. Just doing my normal startup routine here. We'll be working, since it's medium project night, I'm still working on the jelly cubes. I'm going to probably stop that tonight after this, but I did get in all my, if I can get them, all my pretties today. Big old bag of fun. So I'm going to be sorting all this here later. I got a good chunk of this will be for the current new project for the long project night, the new inlay. And then I did get a lot of extra too. I just needed some to restock what I didn't have. I try to keep a good ounce or more of most things, different sizes, different colors. So, and then some I just got for another couple projects I've had in mind. So we do have all that I will have to be finishing up tonight. Just got them today. I was supposed to get them Friday. I checked Friday after the mail came and it said Saturday. I go back Saturday and looked, and they're doing an update to their website for the Postal Service, and they weren't so to the software or something, and they weren't going to be able to post any new things till Sunday night or something. And mail came, didn't get it Saturday. I was like, I was still wanting to work on it, getting everything set for it, and then didn't show up. So it did finally show up today, which is nice. It did give me time to do a few things. I did finish up my jar cover of the root beer, Kex root beer bottle that I had. Just a basic European 6-in-1 weave. That kind of twisted, and there's my bottom. Sits good. I can put it down. Still wants to twist a little bit on it, but for the most part it stays in place, but it sits nicely. You can kind of make it sit even better, but even just setting it down, it sits. Turned out pretty decent. I think there's a few things I could have done a little bit better, I think. But overall, I'm fairly happy with it. So, I wanted to get it kind of done. I didn't think I'd get it done and out of the way before starting up Thursday's new long project, but we did. So, it all worked out well. Just checking around, checking my streams. Everything's looking good. But on to more jelly cubes. I finished up a striped one, kinda. I was just like, this one particularly used the smaller 1.1 millimeter thick wire for the purple or violet. For some reason that wire was smaller. And it still came out okay within my normal good size rings. It just wasn't working as itself. It was just way too loose when I tried to do it by itself and just that color, so I pulled it apart and ended up doing that one. I did mean to go get my other cheese one. I've had it upstairs on my dresser, and it's just, I think that's going to probably end up being my third and fourth piece that I've made for myself, because I'm enjoying it. So, but this is a little 3x3 that we did, and you've seen it before. These are the normal 5x5s, and this is a square 5x5. In a way, I like the look of this one better, but it doesn't feel as good in the hand as these do. I had a ring on the bottom because that's where, when I was working on it, that was my bottom at the time. So, got those done. I'm going to stop those at 5x5. I got a couple other colors I want to try to mix up and play with, and another square one I want to do, square wired one, that I'll work on. But after tonight, we probably will be moving on to another project for a medium project night. And this one was this size last week when we started. Got a little bit done in the stream last week, and then I've added to it through the week. It's a nice little project that you can just come spend 10, 15, 20 minutes on at a time, and not get lost where you're going, since it's all the same color. So I've kind of, I don't know exactly how much time I've spent on it, but I have spent some time on it since last Monday, getting into the groove of it. So that's what we'll kind of finish off tonight and just keep going. This one I'm going to just keep building on and off throughout time. I don't want to just keep doing it on Monday nights, but eventually we'll just see how big it ends up becoming. This is where I started, and that was the center of my 5x5, so that's how much more we've grown so far. It's still just there to let me know where my bottom's at, so I know which side I'm at working on and everything. And this is the side we're working on now. So we'll just kind of move these little guys up over here. They're kind of fun to make, a little bit of a pain in a way, but I've kind of enjoyed working on it. Oh. I still haven't even gone through, I still got quite a bit. I haven't weighed out how much of these I have left, but I'm getting close to probably half. I have used some on this, and there was something else I was using it on the other day. I didn't use it a lot because it was just trial error stuff that I was working on at the time, so. But that's where we're kind of at now, since Thursday. Actually got quite a bit done, more than I was expecting I would get done, so. We'll just go ahead and start jumping back into doing this one, and enlarging. Let's go see where I'm at here. Alright. Yeah, eventually it get a little weird once it gets real big. I'm hoping just to kind of continue. Like I said, I can just make up the rings whenever I need them, so I can plan on just at different times working on it. I might have it as a project to work on at events if I don't have anything else that I'm working on. Just something I can easily take along. It's one size ring. Come on. I don't have it open. And then I screwed up the ring. That's a good way to start off the stream. Mara ring, can't get through the eyelet. Oh, now where was I at here? Yeah, and it's always hard coming back on Monday nights doing streaming, just because I'm so used to. After Thursday night, I'll still put in several hours of mailing it all the time, but it's normally in my lap or I'm up under the camera area. I did get my hat off tonight though, so if my head comes into it, you're going to see crazy hair guy. Why are you giving me such problems? You've been all nice to me all weekend and didn't come in today doing this. We had a decent Friday, and then we started getting rain Saturday and yesterday and today. It's been gloomy and yucky, and I'm ready for some. Other than supposed to warm up, it's supposed to get sunnier later in the week, thankfully. Let me check, make sure, see if I got any messages real quick before I get too into this. I probably should zoom in a little bit here now that I know how wide I can go. I was just playing with that earlier just to see where I could go with it. Getting ready for Thursday night, since it'll be a larger inlay. I'm trying to get as much as I can in the screen view, so gives me a little more options. I 3D printed up a new holder so I can adjust the camera a little more, and I'm still wondering if I need to bring in the Canon. I thought about trying it again. I read up on it some more and think I can fix most of the issues I was having with it, but we'll have to see. It's something I need to spend some time with, but it's like, I don't want to really do it right now. But I know after I'll work on this tonight a little bit, but then after the stream I'm gonna be putting all this to the side so I can get all the new supplies out, organize it. 100 and some odd bags is gonna take a little while to get through. 117, I think it was almost 9 pounds worth, so it'll take a little while to get all of it organized and make sure I pull out the stuff that's for the next inlay, have it, to the side in a different area. Trying to get it set up so I can still do the streams and change up and move stuff out of the way enough where I can get the different nights set up for different project. Most time the inlay will be on the table, but I'll have to kind of move it out of the way for Mondays and Wednesdays stream. Unless we get more people watching that, we might go just to doing like we did the Chiefs flag and just kind of showing it whenever, because I will be changing the cameras so I can try to record it for a time-lapse style thing. Hopefully I'm in the picture here now that I'm looking over. Might have went in too far. But I'm kind of glad I ended up making some of these. They're kind of fun. A little, I'm looking for a word. Therapeutic, kind of. In a way, once I get them going and I just got to sit here in my lap, I can... I'm like, oh, I got 10 minutes, let me go spend 10 minutes on it real quick, and... Dang it. Screwed that ring up. I just seen my screw up in the video. So weird having that little bit of a delay. I probably need to come back out just a little bit though. Oh, not in. Out. I can get up pretty close down here now, I think, though. Let's see. Yeah, we start getting a little blurry right in there. Right in there is pretty good. Word zoom capability. Come back on out to the... Stay on the paper, I'm good. We'll call it good there. But I don't know exactly yet what I want to do on Mondays now. Though I do think I want to do a couple more ties. I've sold a few, so I've got less taken with me now. So I think I probably want to do a few ties and in scale and chainmail. I know I've sold the 2 more open ties here recently, so I got a basic 4-in-1 on that. And I want to do a smaller scale. I've done the extra large scale tie, but I want to do a one with large scale rings. It takes more and it'll take longer. I've done a lot of the large scale ones. They're pretty quick and they're cheaper because they're quicker, so I sell more of those. than I do the others. Since I haven't had any, I can't really compare the selling rate to them, but you know, I try to keep things somewhat reasonable. Come on, get under there. So I might make Monday night we do a few ties for the next month or so, because I'm not sure how long the next inlay is going to take. I mean, I haven't really, again, processed any of that. I thought about it, and I kept meaning to, and so, like, I just know how many rings I need to do, which would be an easy calculation after that to figure out a time. But it depends on just how much time I get to work on it on the side. We'll work on it for sure every Thursday, and I'm sure I'll get other time in on it too, but if I get, you know, orders and stuff like that, I'll have to kind of keep it over to the side and come back to it when I get the free time. But again, it depends on if people like to watch it and want to see more of it, since I will be doing camera work a little differently with it. Just giving my other sides a check here. I already start feeling some decent weight to this thing. I should probably pull out the scale and give it a weight. See what we're up to now. So I started with, what was it, 7.5 ounces, I think. I know I'm not quite halfway there, and I have used some other, so I imagine half an ounce maybe on other things. But I can definitely feel a weight difference between this and a 5x5. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Just trying to think of new things to do, things I want to build. I'm working on the chainmail. I am going to probably have to spend a weekend here at some point, and I need to coil up some more different sizes of bright aluminum, and probably end up doing some of the stainless steel. I haven't done any stainless steel in a while. I mean, I still got a good amount in my storage to do bracelets and necklaces with, so I don't really need a lot of it, but I've been doing a lot more playing with the aluminum, bright aluminum right now, just in testing sizes for a few other projects that I'm wanting to do. I just need to know what size I need, and so I'm working on that, so I'll probably have to spend some time. I want to coil up probably, I got a couple new mandrels in the even odder sizes, so I'll probably start working with some of that just to get some of that done, because I got bigger buckets over here that I've got different ring sizes in, that I've curled up over time, coiled and cut up over time, that I haven't really used or played with, because I haven't had a whole lot of time to do any sitting down testing playing wise. What is my stuff there? Shouldn't you? Yeah. It's stuck behind the other two. But it also needs to come through this one that I'm working on, so he's got to wiggle his way on out of there. I don't know how he got stuck behind the other two. I wanted to cut you out, but come on out there. We're going to replace you. put some dents in it, or trying to get it through the pry it open hard enough to get it through there, and kind of gave it some flat spots, so might as well replace it. I started on the wrong row again. Yeah, it's been kind of, it's really muggy today, just with all the rain we keep having. Grass is growing like crazy and needs to be mowed again, but I'm gonna have to wait days after it stops raining to have it all dry out so that I can mow again. Still no idea if I get the rider going again. I got some parts in to give it a quick overhaul and see if I can get it mowing another season. It's old, but we'll see. Hopefully. Like I said, we don't have a huge yard, but 3 hours versus 45 minutes is a big difference when you got the rider. Oh, come on. Just checking around. Oh. Readjust some leg spots here. I'm already feeling going numb. But yeah, you'll definitely have to check us out if you haven't watched any of the Thursday nights live stream, and check out what we're going to do there. Haven't announced what it is. We're just going to kind of work on it. I mean, if you watched any of the streams, you probably got a pretty decent idea, so you might be able to guess fairly quickly. But my phone still hadn't beeped at me and let me know we were live yet. So Facebook's back to its normal thing. And I still don't know how to share it to my personal page anymore. Not from that area. I might check again here real quick when I take a quick break to kick back, grab a drink, and might give it a playing around real quick. Though all the people on my friends list probably enjoy not seeing the hundreds of... It's only daily, or only when I'm streaming, I guess. It's only 3 times a week, but I don't do a whole lot of posting on my personal page either. When the grandkids have something maybe, but otherwise, I mean, I just kind of working on too much chainmail to spend too much time looking around at the internet and stuff and posting. Yeah, maybe I should try sitting this way for a few minutes. Maybe that'll help. I did spend some time sitting over here already today, so my butt's already a little sore. But I'll just go ahead and do it again. Thanks for everybody for watching, if you're here now or you're watching later. I've been kind of enjoying doing these, plus it just makes sure that I for sure get chainmail time in. Though I've gotten a lot of chainmail time done outside of the streams. There for a while though, I was doing just orders and that was about it. I wasn't doing anything extra. It was just, complete orders, get them out. And now I'm kind of getting back into being creative, and with things gonna start opening back up and hitting some events, it's like I need to get some different stuff going here. try to always have something different at most events. If you ever show up to any and check us out at one event, you come back to us a month, two later, check out, we'll have different stuff. My phone beeped, but I don't think that was a Facebook let me know I'm live beep. I would look, but it's way over there. I might grab it when I take a quick break to stand up, stretch. Oh. Hopefully I'm not getting in view and you can see stuff. I was kind of getting into a groove, so I'm not really thinking about much. Like I said, I'll have a lot of stuff to do later tonight, and getting all the new stuff put up, and I've got a few I went through and I did pick out some Wednesday night bracelet ideas. I've got 3 others that I don't know which order I'm going to do them in, but I got 3 that I want to do that I haven't done. Like I said, I'm trying to do things that I haven't done. I did spend some time looking. There's a lot I would still like to try. It's just there's some of them I want to do. Just won't make it within a night. Even in bracelet form, it might have to move over to a Monday medium project where it might, medium project night. I planned on, original plan was only to work on that item during that night. And it started with jelly cubes, but there was so much I was wanting to try, I ended up kind of going away from that. So it'll be easier to do, per se, once I start the large project night inlay, because then I'll have that to work on more often, so I'll think of less of the medium project, just because I'll be wanting to put in time on it more. And lately I've been wanting to kind of put in a little more time on these, just to, one, get used to them, see what they're like, try a few different things. And then I'm just waiting on orders to come in, so my order of supplies to come in so that I can do other things. I had to spend, in total, probably get 12 hours going through my supplies of everything and seeing, what I needed, what I already had but wasn't put into, because I got a whole grid wall of rings that aren't in my boxes. They're not opened yet, so I had to compare those to what I had in my boxes ready to go, and it took a little while to get through all that, and then just to figure out what I needed to order. Because I had my order for doing the inlay, I knew what I needed for it, but it's like, if I'm going to be putting in this order, I'd rather go ahead and get other stuff that I need to. I know there was about 4 definite sizes of some anodized aluminum that is like I've been wanting to do certain color in a weave, and I was running low on it from just making other orders, so I've been putting off ordering it because I had other things going, and it was like, well, I just need to check everything, since since events are going to be starting to open back up, potentially more custom orders, so try to have enough of everything in that I can make any kind of necklace set, a necklace, bracelet, earrings kind of thing together. If somebody wants a whole set, I try to have enough of anything that I currently have. that I weave and stuff that I can make it out of any color or whatnot. So. Though if I get larger ones, you know, we will take a little more time, and it's going to be more than what I currently have. I try to just go ahead and order what I need for that particular project, not take into account what I already have, because sometimes the colors can be a little bit different. So for something larger like that, I'll order them all at once. If I don't currently have it, some things I have quite a bit of color of that I could do multiples and not have to worry. Some other colors not so much. And they keep adding colors, taking colors away, changing colors. For years it was lavender, now it's all light purple, and it's definitely darker than the lavender that I had, so I can't mix that. I mean, I could for a mixed project, but if I was looking for one straight color. So now I gotta start thinking of something to do with all the lavender that I have to get it used up, so I don't have to worry about it getting mixed into other things. And since I can't get any more, might as well be gone, so not taking up space and storage. Where are we at here? Just a half an hour. I figure it hadn't been too long. My butt feels like it's been about a half an hour. It's one thing on the streams, I don't get as much stand-up time to do the mail as I normally do when I'm not. But when I was playing with the camera earlier, I was sitting down so I could see where I needed to adjust and if I needed to adjust or whatnot, because I was setting up a new scene within the program for Thursday night, since everything will be done a little bit differently on Thursdays. I can see that I'm probably not in view most time. I'm closing my rings right now, am I? I haven't really looked over there, so yeah, I forgot where I was at. There I am. Ooh. No, my phone didn't keep beeping at me, so it must not have been a message I had to worry about. Should have put all these on the other side over here so I don't have to keep crisscrossing. I did earlier when I was working on the other one today, but I moved everything, cleaned everything up a little bit before the stream. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and get them over there though. Oh, I had a roll away. And I'll find him on the floor here shortly. I think I dropped two earlier that I forgot to get to. Alright, get on over here. Oh, they're just, everything's wanting to be sticky tonight. My little clear plastic mat with all the humidity is just kind of funky today. Back to doing these. It'll be interesting to see how big I can make this thing. Kind of makes me want to look on and see what some of the bigger ones people have done. I know some people made some pretty giant ones. I don't know if I'd want to go for a record or anything, but I think if I was to work on this during an event, if I didn't have anything else going on after it got rather large, when people could compare it to the normal 5x5 ones. Would be kind of cool. But I'm sure, I don't know. I figure I'll probably get a lot of talky people after they see the Chiefs jersey being up. I think that'll keep me a little busy having to chat about it, which I don't mind. Some events I get more time where I can get stuff done. Other events, not so much. It just kind of depends. Alright, I lost where I was here. There I am. Pull the ring back out, so okay. It's like, which way are you supposed to be going now? I got the wood. I need to get in there and make up a form thing that I'm going to use to show it off. I still need to make the base and everything for that. Keep putting it off, but more times I think about it, it's either too late at night to go out and do it, or like today, rainy. Alright, I need to grab my drink real quick, stand up, let my creaky old bones go to, straighten out a little bit here. Check my things. And just go to live, but I can't share. Oh well. I guess it was nice while it lasted, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I need to get a better chair to sit at here at the workbench. I mean, these have been working pretty good for several years, but that's why I spend a lot of time standing instead of sitting on it. Squeaky, squeaky. Oh. I did pretty good check phone, but oh well. Well, let's try this way. See if it'll keep me more up into the view here. So I'm not even sure how many I'm at on this, overall wise, as I've just been going at it. I'll get a side done, move to the other, and move to the other, and then figure out where my bottom is and start over again. I skipped over that one. And then I'll have to look at it after I get done with this quick thing, because I think I'm back to square now. Once I get this last row in. I need to give it a look-see again, but I think I should be square. Oh, another one. Some of the ends cut off from the coil. I found what pile of theirs. Got about 10, 12 in it so far, and had 18 coils, so I probably have, at least 20 bad ones there at the end. I didn't really look for them whenever I was cleaning them up or anything. After I got done cutting them, I was like, well, I'll find them. And I've actually find less in my own stuff than I have in stuff I buy from my suppliers sometimes. Some are better than others, but I mean, it's going to happen from time to time anyway, so no matter how careful you are on it. So I expect them. sometimes it's till they're scraping the end of the barrel, it's like a lot of them fall down to the bottom, and so when they're getting down to the low end of packaging, I think that's when I start seeing more in my thing. At least that's what I come to think of how it works. If that's the way it happens, I don't know, but where was I? Right there. Couple more and she'll be done. Come on. Why don't you want to go through? Yeah, I guess I got the ends to do on them still, but almost done. Oh, there's a bird out there going cuckoo. Sounds like a cat going cuckoo when she's deciding to talk. It's not soft food time, that's when she can go crazy. And it's when I want to almost record her, because I swear she's got one of the longest meows ever. Soft food, she'll just meow. But they all like their soft food. Used to be more occasional treats once a week, but now, you know, since we gotta make sure the little buzzard gets food every time he gets a shot, we have to kind of hard food so much he'll just kind of nibble at. You know, never know if he's gonna have enough in him for a shot, so everybody had to start getting soft food because you couldn't just give one soft food. The rest of them will be all trying to fight over it. That wasn't the end, was it? Working on that. I thought I had more to go, but I'm not seeing it. It looks good, so. Ooh, I like it when it twists. And we're probably back to about square. Where's and we're at 35, 35, 35, so we are back to square. So now it's just add on more. I've been going a top layer and then coming off onto the other two sides here. These two sides, yeah. I've been trying to spread out from the opposite of where my center start ring was, so it's these and these two. I normally start with my top side. And I'm going to look real quick just to make sure, because I could have swore I still had another ring to put in. Yeah, but I'm not seeing it even close up quarters here. No, it's all right there. It's there. Yeah, it must have just been my imagination, because I have not seen it anywhere in there, so that's good. So we'll just start working back on the top, I suppose. Let me check if I have messages anywhere yet. No. Okay. Looks like I've had some viewers at some point. Sorry if I missed you. I haven't seen any comments, but like I said, still trying to get, you know, I don't get a ton of comments, so I do forget to look on occasion. When somebody shows up, John, he'll show up. I knew you were going to break. I could feel that when I was opening you. Alright, readjust seat. So I can get up here and see what I'm doing. Alright. we're going to start here. Just go ahead and go down the line. I'll start this row a little differently than I normally do. I'm going to just try something, see if it'll help me keep it more straight in my brain while I'm working it. If I do it this way, as long as I don't leave it anyway and remember that I'm changing it up a little bit. And try to get a little better. I think I'm kind of out of view again. I'll make sure I get in here further. I did want to weigh it too. I forgot to go weigh it. I mean, I don't think we're up into the ounce yet. Possibly, but it'll be more impressive when it gets into the pounds. At least out of aluminum. A little different, because I was looking at it earlier and I was like, you know what, that'd make kind of a, in a way, the you have the stainless steel cast iron scrubbers you can make, which I've made several of. But if you make a big old block of this, you could use this to do it. And it'll be harder to get all the gunk out of the inside, and that's what's nice about the nice flat sheets. You don't have to worry about that, but it's like it'd still give you a nice heavy-duty scrubber if you could do it all out of stainless steel and weld it up. But that would be one expensive scrubber. If you could use it for something else, it might be alright. But just as a cast iron scrubber, I don't know if that would be worth it, but it would be cool. Sometimes being worth it and being cool are two different things, right? Yeah. What did I do there? Sorry, I had to get a little closer. See what I was doing weirdly there. Maybe I should have kept going the way I was going. Instead of trying something new, I need this one first. Yeah, I'm coming out of camera view again, dang it. Just trying to get closer to it, so. Yeah, kind of going back to, I was thinking I'd be able to do it a little quicker one way. I hadn't tried it yet. Something I had thought about, but yeah. Wasn't digging it, so I'm going to kind of go back to the other way. It was kind of confusing me for some reason, but go back to the old standard. it seems to work that way okay later when I'm working down, but to start off the row on a fresh corner, I don't know. Wasn't digging it. Come on, leg. Stop twitching. You just don't like the way you're sitting, do you? Oh. Alright, let me try to rearrange my seat here. Oh. Let's see here if I make sure I don't get too close in the camera. Alright, we're on you, right? Yeah. Other than now, I'm going to have a harder time looking back at the other message board, but oh well. Hopefully I'll still catch it. Need to get used to it. Anyway, so... Coming back up this way now, right? Oh, sorry, kind of got into it. Wasn't thinking again. That's the other thing on Monday nights. I have a harder time coming back just talking. Just because I got used to all weekend not doing any talking while I've been mailing, just sitting there doing the mail. It's not till I notice there's no background noise too that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be the one talking, not listening to the TV or music or whatnot whenever I'm normally mailing. Should have done these while I was working my way down. That's what I was normally doing on my starters, but later on it's okay, but the starting rows always seems to be harder to get these in. Yeah, it was, but it just wants to prove me wrong, right? Kind of like the wife says every time she's like, I'm having problems with this or that, and I'll go look saying, okay, what's the problem? And it won't happen again. She's like, every time. I'm having all kinds of issues and you come around and then it works perfectly fine while you're here. Kind of like taking your car into the shop. Car's doing this and that, and you take it to them. Well, it's not doing this or that right now. Yeah, that's pretty standard. Oh man, I have to put my pop way back over there, dang it. Grab a drink. But we're about an hour in, so I just want to thank everybody again for stopping by and checking us out. seeing what we're up to. If you ever have any questions about anything, be it some things that we're selling or just in chainmail in general, just let me know. I'm always happy to answer and help out as much as I can. I enjoy working in the mail here, so even if you just have a thought or an idea on something you would like to see us work on, I'm willing to try anything, see what else we could come up with on designs or anything like that. Some things can, I'm still working on something from a guy talked to me at a event, and I haven't seen any. I've done some searching for it, but I got a few ideas on how to do it now. That's one reason why I want to do some more testing. Get some more rings coiled up of different sizes, just so I can have enough to play around with. I don't want to use up good stuff, which this is still good stuff, don't get me wrong, but anodized stuff, I guess I should say, not good stuff. But if I get working in colors, I try to do my design testing and just stuff I can make up. And I try to use rings or sizes that I can get in anodized aluminum, so it'll transfer over decent enough. Some things are perfectly fine that way. Other things can kind of give me issues sometimes, depending. Putting the anodizing on the aluminum can kind of change it up, and it depends on how accurate their measurements are also on when they coiled it and cut. Like I said, that was my biggest problem with this right now, is some of the 1/8 inch rings that I'm getting aren't quite inner diameter of 1/8 of an inch. So anything going over, which everything has been, that's a problem. Nothing's been smaller. If it's smaller, it'd be fine, but everything wants to get too big, and it doesn't want to do its job. Or like the one color there that was just, I don't know if maybe it was mislabeled when they made them up, or they just, it is kind of an odd wire size, which was weird too. Most everything's 1 and then 1.2, not 1.1, so that kind of threw me off. That's why I kind of check everything anymore. And I'll check, that's what another thing will take so long when I'm unpacking everything. Wallets, yes, wallets. I gotta keep remembering wallet. You'll keep reminding me of wallet though, won't you? Hopefully you didn't have to wait too long for that. Took a minute for my eyes to focus over there. I've gotten so close to doing this, I can't really see further away right now. Especially the smaller the rings are and further away I'm working on them. I get my eyes adjusted to seeing that distance, and then when I go to look at something else at an odd distance, then it's like, nope, take a second, readjust, old person mode. Keep it over the paper. And that one rolled around. You could hear when it would click too. That was kind of crazy. When it would go over the cut. It was a nice smooth roll. And back over. Come on, stay over the paper. Yeah, I'll have to get it all out, measure everything, make sure everything's there. It's been a while since I've been missing anything. Normally it's just when I get the stuff, it's how accurate do you match up to what I currently have before I mix anything, see if the colors are good enough close-wise, and then just the size themselves, because like I said, it can change so drastically sometimes that. And that's from. Oh, dang it. Screwed that one up too. Oh. I just cannot get comfortable in this chair. Oh. Everything's blurry now. Alright, let's lean this way again. Where was I? There we go. And then we'll just go into the other side. Same row area, just the other side. Keep it on the paper. Stop picking it up, maybe that'll help. Keep it within view. Yeah, but then I need to really pick it up to see what I'm doing on that part. Oh, get under you first. Let me check again. Alright. Now I'm looking more often since I've seen a message pop up once. I'm like, I don't want to miss anymore. Got a good amount added to this. We pretty much finished off the whole side, one layer. This is barely started when we got into it. Get a little further along here. And keep it in view. And I'm still trying to, if you're watching later, if you haven't liked the page, the Booga Box page, go ahead and give it a like. Trying to get up to 300 likes on the page, and then we're going to do a giveaway. I think one of the giveaways might be one of these here jelly cubes. Though our giveaway will be on a Wednesday when it does happen. I want to do it on the smaller project night since there'll be less going on. Be easier to put in a live giveaway. Got a few ideas on how I'm going to do it. Just need to get enough people. So share out, get people to like us. Now I will have when the giveaway does happen, it'll be given away to people who are currently in the stream. Just to kind of promote the stream itself, but just so that you can see it be done live instead of off. I used to do videos of the giveaways I used to do there for a while, and they were fun and stuff, but I'd rather do it live. And who knows, more people might start showing up once they get the idea of what the next inlay will be. See how many people show up to see what it's going to be. I just got to make sure I don't show anything on camera when I'm doing it. Because I will take away all the other video stuff from it, because I want to make sure I'm recording just doing the inlay. And I record all these, but it records all that into it also, so And I don't want to necessarily do it with the camera's functions, because, well, then I don't have to worry about doing memory card and whatnot. Keeping all that topped off and cleaned up and put into a file. If I just do it this way and just press record in this program and let it do the recording for me, it'll keep everything all nice and tidy and right where I need it. So I figure that's going to be the easiest way to do it, because I keep trying to do the time lapse, but I'm always doing something a little wrong, or I forget to turn on the camera. So I'm trying to make it easy as possible, where I can just kind of click, sit, go, click, be done, stop. I guess I'll have to tell everybody else not to mention what it is. I know the people in the household know what it's going to be, so I guess I need to tell them not to come posting saying, hey, what's the blah blah looking like? Though I do think we'll probably get it picked out fairly quickly. Once we get to that point, I think once I get, I probably won't have to be too far into it to be able to tell what it is, but we'll see. We will see. Now I do want to, where are we at here? I do want to give us a quick way before we get done tonight, so I don't want to go too far into it. We're on 7, so I'll probably pull it out here in a minute and give us a quick look-see and see where we're at on weight-wise. I'm kind of curious how close we are getting to an ounce. If not more, I guess. I have no clue. I'm not even sure how many rings have been putting into it. No time. I just kind of, like I said, just been doing it and just doing it. The other ones I keep track of all their times and ring counts, but the 5x5, I know how many rings are in it, so pretty easy to know that part of it. Other than like this one, how many purples did I use? I don't know. I just I know the overall ring count is correct. That individual with some colors, I'm not sure. And that's what I want to do. I want to do another square one with some more color, different colors. Since they're fairly quick-ish, they're, like I said, they're about 3 hours, 5 minutes or so. 3 hours, 10 minutes to get those. Any of the 5x5 jellies. From everything on average, that's what I was doing. I also got to kind of start keeping a little closer price wise on material costs, because I have noticed materials are starting to go up in price, and inflation's starting to kind of hit chainmail. It looks like where everything's just going up in the prices. Even just my wire is going up quite a bit this past since. Well, last time I bought a good amount of wire was about a year ago, maybe just under. And to go buy the same thing today, it's already risen in price quite a bit, and it's like, I don't want to have to keep raising my prices up to counteract that, but we should mellow out for a little bit. Was there for quite a while. Everything seemed to be same price for quite a while, and then it went a little kooky there for a while too, so I guess it's just the normal fluctuations. Just hadn't noticed it as much there when I first started, but now that I'm buying more and more all the time, start noticing it more and more, I guess. Let's go ahead and get out the scale. I did get I got a good scale that I use for mailing and shipping, but it's kind of a pain to use for lighter items per se. And then just its setup is kind of a pain. So I ended up getting me a smaller one, kitchen scale, that bigger, but it'll be quicker and easier to access compared to the other one. It's got a whole thing that's got to be plugged in and can take a bit to get set up. And I was like, I need something quick and easy that I can just put down here and we can see what we're going at. So I'm at 1.9 ounces. I believe that's what that setting is. Yeah. 1.9 ounces. So we're almost getting close near 2. It almost wants to hit 2. A few more rings will probably do it. I may have to throw on the scale to get there. Well, maybe more than I thought. Yeah, I'm not going to keep going. That can take a while. So, there we go. We have another one that we've had in the kitchen upstairs for a long time, but it drove me nuts because power button, it wasn't shut off, it automatically shut off. So it was driving me nuts, and I was like, when I was looking for another one to get, I found that one on sale. I think it was an Amazon Basics. For like $11, so I was like, I can't pass that up. I tested it against my other one when it got here. I think this one can only go up to like 6 pounds, where my bigger one that I could use, but like I said, it's just more of a pain in the butt. It can measure up to 60 pounds or something, so. I needed something smaller, more compact that I can just kind of put over here by the workbench, and the other one sits over on the other table. And like I said, I need to plug it in every time I want to use it, and just because I don't like leaving it plugged in all the time. So I guess I could have weighed the bag, how much I had left in the bag too. I could have figured out how much I used in other projects that I had been grabbing from this pile. Like I said, it's not a ton, but I have grabbed a few from here and there for other things that I was working on. You see a lot of the stuff that I do during the streams, but there's still a ton of other stuff that I'm working on that's not in the streams and don't really show. More so that the reason I don't show them is just because I put them out of the way to get ready for the stream. Otherwise, normally when I'm not streaming, my desk has got piles of stuff over here. I'm working on a little something, up over here, a little something, over here, a little something. And I can spread all the way down to the other side of this table. I've done that before too, where I'm using the other 4-foot side on the other side of the laptop and stuff. When it gets really crazy, if I got bunch of orders plus other things that I'm personally working on, I don't want to have to move everything out of the way for every single little item, so I'll work in areas. And that's why sometimes you'll find a bunch of my little ring boxes like this. I got a stack of them all lined up across the back over here just because I'm using them in one of the projects that's sitting across. But for the streams, I try to move everything out of the way for the most part, so it's not an easy grab. Sometimes I put them in a box, move them to the other side of the room. Bring them back after the stream, pull them back out, put them in their spot so I can come back to working on them. He just comes in, the wallets, and leaves. But that's all good. That's what I want to see. You can leave comments any point in time. If there's a whole conversation or something, I try to type later on, so I'll catch your messages if you type them later. I kind of went at this row a little oddly, but kind of stair stepping it, which actually has been kind of easier in a way because it's still a bit looser at one point. Did it on accident, but when I noticed it, I was just like, well, I mean, it's going to be hard to kind of screw up missing it per se from here, so I'll just keep going. We'll call it good. If I'm in camera view anyway. I'll have to change that up after Thursday with kind of going different angle. I'll be wearing my hat and probably have a lot of hat views, but I'm more just going to try to keep it going at a decent pace. I'll probably have a little less talking maybe until I kick back to chat, but since I'm going to try to do the video, it's going to be a little different. We'll see what happens. Who knows, we could change up before, during it, who knows. Hopefully I don't miss too much. I know I'm going to probably miss sometimes that I'm working on it, forget to record. I know that's going to happen. Hopefully I just don't miss too much that I can't do a time lapse out of it where you can kind of see it fully working together. So cool. I like that. Just the way it sits and moves when it playing with it. Now we'll probably finish up this side, and don't have a whole lot left on this side by the looks of it, but we'll probably hopefully get this side done before hour and a half is up. Where are we at now? This is going to be kind of close. I've got a good chunkage of ringage to still go here. And like I said before, I'm always faster when I'm not streaming. That's why in a way I like to stream, but in a way I don't, because everything just takes so much longer compared to when I'm not streaming. And that's why for the big inlay I'm not going to so much worry about. I'm hoping, like I said, there might be less chatting, but you'll probably see a lot more of me covering up the picture of the inlay at times. There'll be times when you'll be able to see it, but I might be over it more often, just because now I just need to get my good hat out, so I'm not using my old raggedy hat, my daily wear. My 15-year-old hat. It's kind of falling apart, but I don't want to destroy another hat. Even though I got several I could pick from, but I do have my Super Bowl hat from 2 years ago that I only wear. That's normally my going out hat anymore, but we'll probably start wearing it for the streams. Feel weird without wearing my hat right now. Otherwise my brim would probably be sitting in covering up even more of what I keep missing because I'm off to the side here. Finish this up. The less I'm looking around, the quicker I can get at it again. I don't want to miss any comments. it's kind of nice not getting them in a way, but it kind of, blows in a way too, because it means you got less people watching. But, start of the week, everybody's got their own things doing, but, it's all good. You watch later too, it's still good too. Maybe when I get some cooler things going, people will want to show up more often. But again, I'm glad for everybody that has shown up. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. That's why I kind of forget to look at messages sometimes, because I'm not used to it sometimes, since I don't get a lot. I wish it'd show me when I do have people. Like I said, just not knowing if I have viewers sometimes, kind of a bugger. Never know. Sometimes they show some, sometimes they don't. There was one day there when I first started, I had to have at least 4 people in there, because there's 4 people talking. But according to my viewer, I didn't have anybody in the room. And I'm like, well, there's 4 people in here chatting, saying hey or something, so I never trust them all the way. I try to look more often when I do notice that there are people in here. But I can still miss it. Like I said, I get so in-depth into it, and I'll forget to look for a while after I'm jabbering to myself for a while. Now, if I stay in camera view, I'm sure that would help. I move it around too much to have one right here in front of me and have to work around it. I don't know. That's still something I might try. It would only work on certain things, though. I wouldn't be able to do that during my inlays, because my inlay will take up a large part of the table, and I'll be working as much as I can to keep it in the view, so I'll be using as much of the table as I possibly can at that point. Kind of wondering if I should set up a further camera view for the time lapse, just to get more of me moving around outside of just the area here that we're working in at that point in time. Because I probably could move one up over there and attach it to kind of come down over the shoulder a little bit, and just kind of show more of the whole desk area. Okay, we need to open you more first, I guess. Like, why does it not want to? For some reason, if I come in that direction, I always want to go put it through wrong. I have to come back out and go the other direction for some reason. It's doing the same thing, just, I don't know. I get weird when it comes to that one. Almost every bottom left corner I do, I end up having to come in and do it that way for some weird reason. Where are we at here? There, 24, so yeah. We'll be able to finish up this row here. I don't have that many more. Instead of 4, there's only 3, since there's not the end row that comes through. At least yet till we do some expanding. But I'll go ahead and say, while we're kind of working towards the end here, thank you all again for dropping in. If it was just for a little bit, or you watched for a while, or you're watching later and catching parts, thank you all. I do really appreciate it. The more people we get, the more exposure the business gets and chainmail gets. So, share it out there to people. If, like I've always said, if you got some idea of a different camera angle you might like to see, or thoughts or anything on that, I'll be happy to hear those too. You can post them or send me a message. I'm always willing to try anything. I don't want to have my mug on the camera, but if people think I should, I'll try to accommodate that type thing. So, oh, come on. Alright, I don't want to flirt with you. Just let me know. Just send me comments, give me a post or something. Always willing to try something new and, try to make it a little more entertaining for y'all. I'm always trying to think of something, but, I can't see anything there. Got the wife sending me a message now, covering up my post or my comment section. Oh no, I'm streaming. And we're almost done. I guess I have ended early before, so I don't always run till 9 exactly. Had some days there that just things weren't working well, and having those days, Otherwise, it goes good, and I can get it in the hour and a half. I guess it's been more of the Wednesday night. Some of the bracelets have been taking a lot more shorter time than I figure, so sometimes I've closed those up early just because, in this last week I built 2 bracelets within the time limit, so. And one more on the edge. Alright, well, we got that one done. One more side to go. Then we'll be going back to square again, so we're a little taller right now than we are wide. But it's looking good. Getting bigger for sure. And this is this would be the same size. So it's definitely a lot bigger now. But I want to thank everybody again for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday. And small project night. Like I said, I've got 3 that I'm going to pick from beforehand. I already know the next 3 weeks. I just don't know what order I'm going to do them in yet. But we'll be back at 7:30 again, Central Time. I need to make a post to the site, but I did put up a couple pictures of the jar cover. You can go check out the Facebook pages and see what's going on there. And other than that, yeah, we'll be back Wednesday at 7:30. You all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later.